All right. What is going on, everyone? Thank y'all for being here. There we go. Now the number's right. There was too many. It said there was only 4 people here, but there was too many people commenting for that. Thank y'all for being here. Steven Rogers is joining us from YouTube. What's going on, man? Um, Brian Burke is here. What's going on? Brian, Jason McGowan, Jennifer Tracy, Randy House. Who else is here? Marcelina is here. Tanya Bugby. Hey, Lisa Thomas. Man, a lot of comments. I can't keep up. All right. How's everyone doing? Real quick before we get started. Hey, Maria Rouse. Where's it at? All right. Got new merch in the store, y'all, in case y'all missed the post last week. So I still have the hip production stuff, but I have a couple of new designs. One of them is the Be Weird collection. It just says Be Weird. If you've been around me for any length of time, you've probably heard me say something to the effect of be weird, anything less than that is boring. Yeah, be weird, anything less is boring. Hey, Lauren, really? I see you. So I turned that into some merch. It just says be weird on it. We kind of shortened it up. Have another design. It says I'm single, say hi. And that's kind of a poke at my own introvertedness entering the dating world again. If you're introverted and you're dating, you kind of know what I'm talking about. It can be a little unnerving sometimes. So I did that just to kind of poke fun at my own self. So y'all go check it out. Hitproductions.live, click the merch button, and you will be able to find it. So my guests tonight are the reason I got into live streaming. And I've told this story 100 times, but Amy Wills is one of my OG LinkedIn connections and turned really good friend. She had, LinkedIn had just started allowing live streams. You had to apply for it. It was a whole thing. She did a live one day with Josh Kruger, and there was all kinds of, just like we were talking backstage, like all kinds of chaos, just no script and squirrel chasing and laughs and all that. And it piqued my interest. So that is how I got into live streaming. I've talked to Amy a bunch of times. She holds the record for holding the most recurring guest spots. I think this is like 10 or 11. And I've never talked to Josh Kruger before outside the comments. So this ought to be fun. And I'm going to bring both of them out right now.
What's up, everybody?
What is going on? How are y'all?
Good.
Good.
I like that you got the dynamic of somebody who's been here a bunch of times and a first timer. I think that's
right. Exactly.
I like that.
It adds to the chaos of the first
does
time
add to the
seeing
chaos.
us.
Yeah, exactly.
Does that guy have a toilet paper mug? What's happening here?
A funny story. I can't find that now. I think somebody took it when they were looking for toilet paper.
I was gonna say they thought it was the real deal.
My best guess.
So,
Trying to watch
Josh,
the
for those of us that don't know you, because you're in and out of LinkedIn off and on, kind of sporadically, just as you get the bug to come in, stir up a bunch of shit, and then leave.
He's the LinkedIn man of mystery.
It's funny you'd mention that because
exactly,
I'm one of the only people I know that's I've literally stirred shit up on the other side of the world thanks to the Marine Corps.
Right.
Good times. No, I will say it's funny with LinkedIn because I love it, and yet I'll go through periods where I'll get busy, and I'm not somebody who sells something on here or makes a living on here, so I don't have a need to be on here on a daily basis like a lot of people. So I just drop in when I feel like it. And like you said, I'll stir something up and then not be around for 2 weeks afterwards, and then read interesting comments when I come back.
Right.
It's always, it's kind of like I use it in place of Facebook. I don't really Facebook, so I'll get on there to see what they're talking about. But
the answer is no, Adam. We cannot talk about that.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about pickles and candy corn. No, not going to do it. And Marcelina, Amy is from Arkansas, so that is why you have an accent that sounds like yours.
Where's Marcelina from?
Alabama. Is that right, Marcelina?
That's my
I don't remember. I think it's Alabama. There. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about Josh. Like, what do you do? I think you were talking and then we squirreled out by.
Yeah, I got distracted. Happens a lot. So I'm an operations manager for FedEx Ground. I've been doing that for about 5 years. It's kind of a weird place for us right now. With the market's kind of stagnated, and they planned on just growth, thanks to COVID. Now that didn't happen, when I first started, we had me and 2 other managers, and we ran the entire facility, and it's a smaller building. Now I think we have like 15. So, I mean, I'm part of a huge management group now. So things have changed a lot, but I still really enjoy it. It's all about people. A lot like being on LinkedIn. That's my favorite part of the job. I get to interact with people when they're new, when they've got problems, when they want to cause problems. I'm usually the guy that deals with it. But I love all that. I love dealing with people, even when they're at their worst. It still entertains me. And like I tell everybody, even when I'm dealing with drama there, after you've been to the other side of the planet fighting in a war twice, none of this little petty drama really gets to you. So it's easier to deal with those things because of the higher stakes games I've already played.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I tend to get. Go ahead, Amy. What were you going to say?
No, I was going to say that it makes sense. I am the opposite in that.
I am too.
Like, did you just raise your voice to me? Like, what's fine?
Like the earrings are coming out.
Yeah, hang on. Let me pull my hair back. Square up.
Yeah, I will say it's interesting watching people who are new to management try to figure it out. Because a lot of people will test the waters. They'll come at you. Oh, got an infiltrator.
I know. I keep waiting for Andy's head just to pop in over your shoulder and be like,
yeah, just a little.
It'll happen.
Yeah. But for me, with newer people, newer managers, they come in and, the first time they'll say, hey, can you go do whatever? And they kind of go, no, it's not my job. And so it's like the first time that you just get this immense pushback and you're like, oh, I just expected people would do what I told them to do. What do I do now?
Right.
I enjoy that kind of mentoring. And I think that's one of my favorite things about leadership and management is talking to people about how you create kind of things out of your repertoire that this is who I am. So when I create that image and people understand what it is, then when interacting with me, they know what I'm about. So when I come over and I say, hey, I need you to go do that, they know it's not going to go well for them if they're like, I'm not going to do that, because I've already got a reputation for not taking that. So it's fun teaching people how to build that up. That's a lot of fun for me. Probably my favorite thing about the job.
Yeah, and I think.
Go ahead.
Do what? No,
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're all right. There it is. I was looking for that comment. Yep, using her first and middle name.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is, too.
It's exactly what it is.
Is that a really Southern thing? I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
My parents could have gone all out and I could have been like a Mary Catherine or a Mary something. And they had to settle for Amy Leanne, but that's whatever.
Yeah.
So now I just spend my life with half of the population going, is your middle name Lean? Like, oh, gosh, damn it. It's not how you spell lean.
Well, it might be if you're from Alabama.
That's true.
You don't know. Or Arkansas.
There you go.
For that matter.
Yeah. Goodness.
And it's funny because on your profile, it's Amy Leanne Wills. And when I'm talking to people, I'm like, yeah, my friend Amy Leanne Wills? And they're like, no. And I'm like, I always call you by all 3 names, but I never call you Amy Leanne when we're talking.
Yeah.
It's always just Amy.
So I never used to, in college, people would call me Amy Leanne. But then after college, really no one did until there's some girl here in town, which I may have told you this, years ago. My life before marketing, I was in pharmacy. There was this girl whose name was Amy something. It was like Willis. I don't know. She made a resume, had all the same work history, and she had the same haircut. And she would go to places and introduce herself as me. And so people were like, "Hey, I just saw you." And I was like, "No, you didn't, because I'm here." They're like, "This girl just came in and said her name was Amy Wills. She dropped off a resume." And I was like, "Who is this girl?" And I was like, "I'm Amy Leanne. That's other Amy, but not me." It was so weird.
So you've had an imposter.
Yeah. I was like, "Dang, I really would like, maybe we can out and be friends," but no. She is.
So on y'all's live together, it's been almost 2 years now. Whenever you two were on, y'all were ripping on some dude named Oleg.
Oh yeah.
And like,
Oleg.
and so like, I guess that was, I had just got on LinkedIn. I got on in like December of 2020, and so I was still brand new in March or April of 21. So I didn't know the people we rip on.
Mm-hmm.
And like, so tell me about Oleg. Like, I want to know about Oleg.
Who was Oleg's partner? Was it Bridget?
Yeah. She was
Because
kind
like
of the
now
one that,
people have Shay and Leah Turner and all this.
Yeah.
We had Oleg and Bridget.
I will say the newer ones, if they can be called that, are better. They don't grind my gears. They don't grind my gears the same way that Oleg did. The thing about him is he would just put up.
I don't know, some of the new ones.
Yeah, well, I probably haven't seen them all. I probably haven't seen them all. But I will say the whole Oleg thing was just what I jokingly call toxic positivity. You know, just like it's obnoxiously generic life advice that's so canned that it doesn't really do anybody any good. It's like, you know, keep a stiff upper lip and just things that don't really do anybody that much good. And
that people fall all over like it's just God's gift.
And so the only thing that, you know, call it jealousy or whatever you want, but what really drove me crazy about it was this guy would, you know, come in and do this generic stuff and get all this positive attention. And I'm like, so what about people that are actually making original good content? And that to me is stealing from that. That may or may not be true depending on what you believe about algorithms. I don't know if we got any tech people on here, but in my mind, it does steal from that. So it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So I started just mockingly doing stuff to kind of mess with him and put stuff on his posts and whatever. And I did that.
There were some top tier Photoshop.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say I need to look some of those up. I still got that oil of Oleg lotion where I had that. I think you could have marketed
that. Nick McEwen made like the Avengers. I think it was Nick McEwen made the Avengers with like Oleg and a handful. It was so great. I think he may have. Oleg is where the story started of like, I found a stray dog and I hired it. Because I mean, it was just the most ridiculous shit that you go,
oh yeah.
There's no way. Who wrote this post for you?
Right. Yeah. And I think what really sold it for me was when then he started. It's almost like new age stuff where people post a selfie and they'll put some kind of story or life advice or whatever, and they put the little selfie. And he would always do that, and just with this little picture of him cheesing in an office somewhere. And then it transitioned where he would take a piece of paper and he would hold it. And the piece of paper would say whatever the message was. And I was like, that is the weirdest way to share your message to me. It was odd. And so, you know, so I would take that image and then wipe off the text and then put whatever I wanted on there. So,
here's my motivational message.
Right. Yeah. So I think that's what I did with the oil of Oleg is I had him pitching his oil of Oleg just as a sponsored ad kind of thing. And I was like, you know, it's kind of harmless. I'm not really hurting anybody. Now,
we're getting cold pitches of sales guys. They're like, it worked. It used to work. I'm going to hold up the sheet of paper. I've got my whiteboard with the...
I will say now that you brought him up, I haven't seen anything from him in a long time. I don't know if the algorithm just thinks I don't care because I'm not on anymore, but I don't get solicited for his posts anymore.
What's his last name?
I don't know.
Say that again.
What was his last name?
Vishnapolsky.
Oh, I hadn't ever seen. Of course, there's a lot of people I hadn't seen, but I hadn't ever seen
that. Let me look him up on here right now while we're talking.
I was just like, you know, there were a couple of times that people were like, I did the rumors that he had died, which is horrible. Like, of all the things you can do as a prank to somebody, that's awful. But they did it so often that I was like, I don't know if this guy is still alive or what. Did the joke send and it really happened? I don't know.
So you guys will appreciate that the second result, if you search on LinkedIn for that name, the second result is Oleg Vishnopolsky real? And it's a company. Maybe I spelled the name wrong. I don't remember how to spell his last name, but
I feel like we could just type
in any case.
Yeah.
I don't think he's on here anymore. Yeah, I don't think he's on here anymore, which is weird, but maybe my maybe my low-key comedy was finally too much for him.
Maybe he blocked you.
That's it, Ollie.
Wait,
I have to
didn't
say,
know that you were just destined to leave for a while anyway. Like,
yeah. I do have to say, it made my day
good.
when he liked a post I put up one time that had like a picture of him or something. And I was like, oh, that's kind of meta of him. I'm actually proud. He came on a post that I was low-key mocking him, and he liked it. And who knows, it might be like a media team or whatever. But I was proud of him. I thought that was pretty big of him.
It was probably his VA.
I think it
if you Google him, it comes up with an article of 5 conspiracy theories about Oleg and reasons why he's such an influencer. You go, who wrote this? Author Josh.
You know, I will say it's one of those things
Written
where
by Josh Kruger.
Yeah, when it comes out, there's a news article that it turns out he's been like a black market arms dealer this entire time. It won't surprise me at all. And I'll just say, you know what? I saw it coming. I called it. He was just too nice to be real, and I knew it.
Should have listened to Josh.
Yeah. I will say, since we were talking backstage, the crowd might appreciate you guys talking about your inexperience with flying, since you're about to do that for the first time.
Yes. I'm going to be a pro after
Amy
flying.
is fixing to fly.
Yes. Everybody wish me luck.
It's an experience for
just
sure.
Message instead, or are you still just carrying a carry-on? Yes. For now. We'll see.
What else could you carry?
Do what?
You mean that's all the luggage you're taking is just to carry on?
Yes. Because I've got myself convinced that I don't want to check a bag for fear that, like, what if something happens and it gets lost?
Right.
So
it does happen.
There seem to be fewer worst case scenarios with a carry-on than with a checked bag.
Yeah. Where are you flying to? Teresa.
I'm flying to Tucson, Arizona, because I'm speaking at a conference. Yay!
Fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you going to talk about? Marketing, I'm assuming?
Yeah. Digital marketing and social media. Then now I can bring up Oleg, and it totally makes sense in this talk.
There you go.
Like, let's talk about.
And there's going to be somebody there that knows who he is, and they're going to be like, he's an arms dealer, but he's dead now.
I've just made it onto some sort of a list with TSA. This has been my fear, and now I can talk about Oleg, and now they're going to pull me.
Right. The government is
like,
watching.
What is in your carry-on? I don't know. I swear.
Here, I gotta fix my lights up. Give me 1 second.
All right.
I'll still be here. I knocked my lamp over.
But there's going to be like an all-star cast there, right? Like you and Kat and Anthony Jones.
Yeah, Anthony Jones is going to be there. It's going to be a whole bunch.
Isn't that kind of exciting?
I get to meet for the first time. Because like Todd Martin, I get to meet him for the first time. I get to meet Anthony for the first time. I get to meet all my coworkers for the first time, like in person. I'm so excited.
Your coworkers are going to be there?
Yes. My boss.
Oh, because of
one of my coworkers.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So I'm so excited.
Well, that'll be fun.
Yes.
I'm glad the comment section picked up on the Oleg theory.
Yeah, they're going off on him right now. People
It's
are
trending
searching
on Google as we speak.
Somewhere right now, some poor data analyst for the FBI has to watch this live stream now because it's going to get flagged.
It's like these people are totally harmless. What in the hell?
I'm going to say, I think we just got a tip on an arms dealer.
Right.
Yes, Teresa.
Hang on.
Come along.
There you go.
I asked Kat how it was
Adam.
going this morning because she's been there since Sunday, Saturday, something like that. Yeah. And it snowed there this morning. I was like, this was supposed to be a vacation away from bad weather. Why is it snowing in the desert? I will say my boss is spectacular. I was just telling like our girl group. They were asking if I was ready. My boss was like, I know you have anxiety. Do we need to walk through what's going to happen? I was like, yes, we do. He was like, they're going to yell at you. I was like, okay, that didn't help.
Whoa. What's going on here?
That is
this him?
Oleg, but that's not Oleg.
That is the old title he had, though. I remember that now. He was CTO at, well, something.
That is that his picture?
Yeah, that's his picture.
It is, but it does look a little bit different. I mean, maybe it's just a newer picture.
So Adam, CFO Adam just DM'd this link to me. The link is linkedin.com/n/Vishnapolsky.
Really?
Yeah, and he's got 1.7+ million followers.
Oh, wow. So, I mean, I feel like that is him, and he just decided to change his name to
Yeah.
Oliver.
Are we just picking names now? What is this?
Yeah, he just, this sounds more generic.
They won't pick up on this.
Yeah.
What arms dealer's name is Oliver?
I know, exactly. Yeah, no one's going to see that coming. That's weird.
His last activity was 6 months ago. Was the last time he posted.
So maybe he's ghosted this account too. That's
Maybe.
crazy though. I didn't know he had that many followers. I want to say he had a couple 100,000 back when I first started messing with him, but
It's all your fault.
I was gonna say I probably helped him blow up. Really, I mean, I'm not getting any royalties either. Just so everybody knows.
I'm changing
This
my
live stream
name.
sponsored
he
by.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
hilarious. Oliver Smith. I wonder if that's like his name in English. I wonder if Vishpanolsky or whatever is Smith in English.
That's a good question. I don't know.
That's kind of a generic though.
Yeah.
Like Oliver Smith.
Oh,
pretty
it's about
generic.
as generic as it gets. I definitely feel like he just looked in a phone book and found that, and he's like, you know what?
Right.
There's
Not
30 of these in London, so yeah.
Right.
I think he has his account. I do think always said he was in London. I remember thinking that was kind of odd.
Huh.
He does speak English though. I've seen him talk in a couple videos. Old Oliver. I guess I'll have to figure out what's going on with that.
Yeah,
Slide
Josh
his
is fixing
DMs,
to.
Josh, check on him.
Yeah.
Just a couple
My
of
new-
friends.
Hey man.
Touching base.
My new mission. Yeah.
Hey, remember me?
Oliver Smith.
Yeah, exactly. He's Mr. Anderson.
Got me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Marcelina, I do. The record number for my lives is 31. 31 people is the record I've had.
How many are on this one? Wait, I can't see that.
There's 17 right now.
see that?
No, this little number in the top of Restream is always wrong.
Oh,
I don't know what that's about. There's 17 on LinkedIn plus Steven's over on YouTube if he's still here. That's about normal.
Does that give an accurate number on that side? Do you know?
Mm-hmm.
I've watched people live stream on YouTube before, but it's different.
Yeah, that number is, I don't know what it is about Restream's analytics. Like it'll show that 2 whole people were here when there was 20 or 25.
Right. They just take a conservative approach.
Exactly.
yeah. don't need you to get your hopes up or anything. So.
Right.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Did you pair your channels, Amy?
I don't think so because I couldn't get the link to work, so I ended up going back into it and picked the other option, which was like just continue on.
Gotcha.
My
All right.
computer's trying real
There's
hard to
Steven.
die. I think you go, come on, we got to make it through this trip, and then you can do whatever you want. You can stay in Arizona if you feel like it, but we got to get through this.
Right.
I think Jason's right.
I think
Yeah.
he is too.
Yeah,
I'll let
they're
y'all
on
know.
course.
I'll send a picture from whatever TSA confinement they have tomorrow that I will obviously be part of. Because we've said
I was going to say, yeah,
2 weeks.
Jason and I apologize. It's pretty likely you guys are getting the back room treatment when you try to go through
Yeah.
TSA now. Because
Yeah, I know.
Not
you
going
made
to
the list.
Arizona now.
And they don't even have to work for Amy. Like they already know when she's arriving. So
Yeah.
they're just going to be there. Yeah. So what else is going on in your life, Amy, other than a trip to
That's it.
Arizona? That's it?
Yeah, that's it. So kind of boring.
You sound about as
I feel like
exciting
I've
as
met
me.
myself going though this week, the last 2 weeks. It's been kind of
Yes,
busy.
most definitely.
So all kinds of stuff. And then of course, like I'm out this week. So then I get all the notifications of like, hey, it's the 100th day of school and Spirit Week. And don't forget that like we need you to hand make cookies and just all the things. You go, cool. Cool.
And by hand-make cookies, we mean go to the grocery store and buy a roll of cookie dough.
These kids are getting Doritos. There are no cookies being made. You're welcome.
Right.
Here's a 12-pack of Cokes. Good luck.
Right. Poor Hank trying to carry.
Yeah.
Here, carry this in.
Jeez. So, yeah, that's it. Kind of boring on this front.
Yeah, same here. I get that.
Well, I've got an interesting little story, and then it'll open me to get solicited like crazy on LinkedIn for the next 3 months.
Let's hear it.
So I had a no-fault accident on Friday the 13th. The pavement was really slick, and one car stopped out of nowhere, which caused a big Chevy Tahoe to stop out of nowhere. So I skidded into them in my little Camry hybrid, and it totaled it. Didn't activate airbags, and again, I didn't even get a ticket for it. So my main concern was, I'm like, crap. We have 2 other vehicles, but I hate driving anything other than my car. So yeah. I'm all over the market. I'm trying to find something. I'm one of the pickiest people you'll ever find, where I can find something that's perfect, but it's not the right color. So I will not buy it. And, I'm really picky about that.
Wait, what color does it have to be?
I like black, blue, sometimes brown, maybe green, but like I won't, even if it's everything else I won't buy it if it's white. I don't like the way they show the dirt and all that. And I'm not even, I don't drive high-end cars. I mean, I'm just that picky about what I want. But I feel like, so here's the thing. Here's the story. So I've been calling dealerships. I found what I wanted. Yeah, sorry, Jason. I really. There's a funny story about how I got it too that I won't get into right now. But.
If you're driving a Camry hybrid, I don't think you have to qualify that you don't drive high-end cars.
Right.
Oh, come on.
That does make sense. But I will say, hybrids in general, you pay too much for them. It's kind of a crazy game, especially if you buy it new.
Yeah.
You're not you're spending all that money and you're not saving that much on gas. I don't know. It's crazy. But anyway, so I'm calling this. I found something I wanted. Literally, I had to go on Auto Trader and look out like 500 some miles, find something I want in Chicago, and I'm calling them. And I am, insert meme here of the Fry from Futurama, shut up and take my money. And they won't take my money. And I'm like, what is going on where I can call it? Like, am I blacklisted somehow? They're like, nah, he's poor. You can tell over the phone. He doesn't have any money. Just hang up on him. It's so wild to me that I'm calling and I'm saying, hey, I'd like to buy this car. And they're like, oh, we don't really do deposits or anything like that. And I'm like, okay, can I just buy it?
Car. Yeah.
Where's the disconnect here where I tell you I want your car and I want you to sell it to me, And you're basically saying no. And then a couple times they were like, oh, we'll have somebody else call you back from like a different department. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I don't care who I talk to. And then both times I had to call them. They didn't call me. And I'm just like, God, if I wasn't so picky, I'd already be done with them and probably blast them on social media. But instead, I have to be nice because I do want that car. And I don't know. It's just so weird. Like, what? I don't know. You don't want my money? Huh?
What was the deal? Did you finally get your car?
No, most of that happened today. So, I mean, I'm giving you a really up-to-date story here.
Yeah. This is in real time. Like, name these names.
Yeah,
Let's get this going.
Right. Yeah. No, this was earlier today, and they I don't know. They don't want to sell me that car. They verified it's there. I know it's there.
So
but
weird.
yeah, I don't know.
I heard somebody the other day talk about that they wanted one of the newer Broncos in a certain color. And so they paid $30,000 more just so that they could get this vehicle. And you go, are you kidding? You bought another car. Like, that's a whole other car. Why would you do that?
For real?
I was like, I would be the Soul Express. I would never pay that much for a vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
No way.
Yeah. No, I'm
no.
For that.
I am too, and I think about it like even if I had the money, well, if I had the money, it'd be different. But I still wouldn't want to make $1,000 a month truck payment.
Oh yeah,
like that. I'm just not wired like that. Like, why in the actual hell would I want to do that?
Yeah, same. I can't do it.
No.
Which is why I drive
so cheap.
a 9-year-old truck.
Yeah,
because I don't want to make that payment.
Yeah, I bought new once. I'd probably not do it again. I just don't think it's worth it financially.
No.
Unless you need the status. No.
And trucks are so. I mean, I drive a truck, but trucks are so expensive. I mean, you're looking at $60,000-$70,000 for just not even a high end truck, just a mid trim package.
Right.
Yeah. When Andy bought his truck, he would want to show them to me, and I was like, don't. If you want to follow through with this and purchase yourself a vehicle, just don't tell me anything about it. Just do it.
Right.
That's you have your stuff. Just do it. Don't talk to me.
Right. Exactly.
Because it could be a number that would make my skin crawl. There's just too much.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I would rather spend that money on a boat.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
I'd have a $60,000 boat and a $20,000 truck pulling it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
No, that makes a lot more sense to me.
I feel like this should become a LinkedIn series, though, Josh. You should this should be a daily update. Have they called you back?
I think it should too.
The picture of the wreck is. I
was going to say he's got to wait till he gets it or doesn't get it before he starts doing that, though.
Yeah. No, I mean, I could. I don't know how long it'll last. I'm hoping to resolve it tomorrow. I'm about to drive up there and I'm picturing, like, you guys know I love trolling people. So I'm really tempted to go up there and wear like the crappiest old worn out clothes I can find.
Yes.
And be like, yeah, I'm here for a car. I don't have a lot of money, and just kind of see how they approach me like that. Cause I've always wondered, like, will they just be like, nah, get out of here, man. I mean, their attitude so far absolutely makes me think they would do that. So I'm just really curious. And I don't know.
I used to, the last time I bought a vehicle, which I don't like buying vehicles anyway, and it made my day that I went up there and they're like, cool, are we waiting on your husband? Like, oh, no, we're not. Damn it. Now I'm in a bad mood. It's me. Just take my money. They're like, well, let's wait on them. It's my car. It's for me. It's mine. Let me write the check. Come on.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
70,000 in 2015. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. There's no way I could do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I like vehicles, but I like money. It's a duality. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like Ron Swanson. Like, I did in a mason jar in the backyard. Like, I don't really want anything. I just want to keep it. About it.
Right. Just like happy.
It makes you happy that it's there.
Yeah. I just like knowing it's there. If I choose to go get something cool, I can go be bougie. But right now, it's going to be tucked away somewhere. I'll be one of those crazy old women that like the kids are going through my house and like, why is there money taped behind these pictures and underneath stuff? Don't worry about it.
Well, or
you're gonna die, and your kids are gonna be like,
yeah,
you were eating peanut butter and jelly for lunch. Like, look what mom has.
Look at all this.
We had all of this.
That or tomorrow or sometime this week when you get back from your trip and the FBI's raided your house and finds the money. That
Yeah.
I think so. Now we know.
There's a million mason jars all over the yard.
They're out there with metal detectors.
It's about to get real
the
interesting
field-
around here.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, I bet that was interesting, Stephen.
Yeah. I'd like to hear that story. That sounds.
Yeah, I know, right?
So he violated the no shirt policy and they sold him anyway. I like that.
You should try that. Yeah,
I think I might. Yeah, maybe I go on topless and see what they
I feel like it would get a lot less of a reaction than if a woman walked in topless.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a good bet.
Yeah. They'd probably call the cops on you.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's probably true. Classified.
Wendy Moses here. Look at Wendy showing up.
I know. Oh.
She sent me one time. I've never eaten at a Waffle House ever. Like we just don't have any. We don't have any down here. There might be one in Tyler, I think, maybe. I don't even know if there's one in Tyler, which is the big town 30 miles away, the big city. She sent me a bag of Waffle House waffle mix one time. Dude, those waffles are freaking amazing.
They're so good.
They're awesome.
You can buy there.
Well, she works there.
Oh, because she worked there.
She's like in
yeah,
the corporate side of it.
You can buy that.
Yeah, no, I don't think you
That
can.
makes
I
sense.
think you just got her in trouble. Yeah. Sorry,
You
Wendy.
said what?
That was a secret.
Wait, how do you rewind the live stream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember
I
the
moved-
last
I
time I ate
moved
at a
to
Waffle House.
Strike that from the record.
Right, yeah, strike that. Jury's instructed to forget what just happened.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
it's
y'all,
so
this
good.
is normally about the time people start falling off, and we're still holding around 20 or 21. So y'all are like keeping people entertained.
It's
Okay.
Josh and his car stories. And
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
said it. And
exactly.
then people are like, where? Where is he?
Well, I think people are still waiting on Josh Duhamel and Amy Smart to show up.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, that's probably
Sorry
true.
to disappoint.
Spoiler alert.
If
they're
their
not
vision,
showing up.
right? If their vision is really bad, they probably think they're here.
Yes. We'll go camera off and you can.
Exactly. Uh-oh.
Totally believable pictures. Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on.
Somebody said the likeness was uncanny.
I
Yeah.
thought it was pretty.
I feel like it was. I feel like y'all. That
Yeah.
was like two pretty solid celebrity lookalike choices.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think if we tried really hard and had good stylists, we could show up somewhere and like maybe
Yeah.
get confused for the actual people. Maybe.
Right.
With a lot of
Except that I'm probably a
I mean,
foot shorter.
If y'all would just back up a little bit where you're popping in and out of
Right,
your
yeah.
virtual background,
Yeah.
nobody
doing the quality.
nobody would ever know.
I see.
Oh, they know.
Stephen R said in Tennessee, if you rear end someone, it's a ticket no matter what. So
Yeah.
funny story is, I thought that was true here too. The only reason I think I got out of it, my brother-in-law is a cop, and he showed up to help pick me up because I needed a ride because the car wouldn't drive. And it was a brand new, like the guy was a trainee, the cop. And so one of those funny things in life, I must have done like a good deed someday or something. I'm assuming this was payback for that. His printer wasn't working. So he was trying to print the accident report for seriously like 20 minutes. And I think he just gave up and gave me this, you know what something looks like when it's been in a paper jam and like the ink is all skewed. That's what my accident report looks like. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure he was like, I don't feel like giving him a ticket. It's just kind of embarrassing. Let's just move on. Nobody got hurt. It didn't even damage the other vehicle. I mean, that's how lame it was. It's like, if I get a ticket for that, it should just be for embarrassment. I mean,
That'd be kind of a bitch move if it didn't injure or didn't hurt the other vehicle and your car was totaled.
that's what I mean.
Got the ticket.
Yeah, exactly. I get a ticket. But like Steven said, I mean, that was my impression is a lot of states and just jurisdictions. Yeah, if you rear end somebody, you're at fault no matter what. So I was surprised to not get one. Should have bought a lottery ticket that day.
Yeah.
No kidding.
You really should have.
Be a lot of love out there.
All right, y'all. We are almost out of time. Who do I have next week? I have Nasheen Chin next week. She is like all about public speaking and how to show up on video and be charismatic and have a good message and all the things. And she'll be joining us.
She'll be actually adding value.
She'll be actually adding value. But, to be fair, whenever I did the event for this, I told everybody there will be no value added tonight.
That's true.
If anything deserved the hashtag LinkedIn After Dark, this was it. And I didn't even use it. I didn't even think of that until just now, which was a waste. But
he even had his
anyway,
eggnog just for.
I know.
LinkedIn After Dark.
I mean,
in his mystery, look at this. It's not there.
Booze is in the blender, I mean, you can't see it. It's almost hard to believe it's real. It's really weird how it does that.
Nothing has to be taken from the record if you can't see it. So
right. Yeah, it's not
right.
I will say I will accidentally add value here and tell both of you guys, since you haven't flown before, bring gum. Because when your ears start popping with the elevation change, gum is nice to automatically help you with that.
Good to know.
Okay.
There you go.
I've flown
Do you get motion sickness, Amy?
Not usually. No.
Yeah, I don't either.
So if I'm on like
You
a
should
boat,
be all right.
I will, but that should be fine.
I've never gotten one on a boat. Of course, I had never been on like a big boat out in the ocean. I've been restricted to like a bay boat or a bass boat.
Yeah.
In the bay or on the lake, so it wasn't.
Yeah, they don't get the same sway that the big ones do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get a bounce.
Right. Yeah.
not a constant thing going on.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, I appreciate y'all hanging out. It was as promised. No value whatsoever. Utter and total chaos. All unscripted. So it was great. I appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime, man. Pleasure.
Yeah. Amy, thank you for being holding the record and showing up again. I think my first year streaming, you were on like 9 times.
Really?
Either by yourself or with other people. I went back and counted one day.
Dang.
And then not at all last year.
He was like, that is enough. It is not working out at all. Things are not looking up.
Need a long cool down from having her on.
I need to rethink my whole live strategy. All right, y'all have a good one. Thank you for joining us. And we'll see y'all next week.
Yeah. Good luck with the flight.